Twin Cities Adventures with our Minnesota Honeybee playlist. You can see behind me, it's hot and humid in Minnesota. So hot that the bees have to hang out on their patio. So, as you see in our last video, our 2 brood boxes, 1, 2, are completely honey bound. They're so chock full of honey. Yes, there's baby brood and cat brood in there, so they're multiplying like crazy. But we did put the honey supers on the other day, but now that the heat is, so hot and humid in Minnesota, I'm starting to second guess my decision, and I think I need to add a 3rd brood box. The University of Minnesota recommends 3 brood boxes to get through the cold 5-month-long winters here. So I think I'm going to go with that. Some people do 2 brood boxes for the winter and add a candy board. Some people do 3 brood boxes. I even know people that do 4 brood boxes. But I think the real testimony is what your bees are doing. And if your bees are like this, it's too hot in there and they need more room. So let's throw another brood box. I'll put it in the middle, and I'll keep the center of the middle one open, and I'll shift some honey supers to the outsides of it. That way we can have open frames in the top and bottom and middle. That way that center area, it'll force the queen to lay more eggs. So if you've been following our playlist, you notice that we swap our frames around, checkerboard them. We kind of force the queen to lay more eggs to strengthen our hives, and it totally works 100% of the time. So we're going to do that again. As you can see, they're robbing the honeycomb from the last time we opened it. Scraped extra honeycomb off, so that's good. Okay, it's so hot in those brood boxes. You can see how they're all hanging out on the patio. I'm going to zoom into one of the little air vent holes in the front and show you exactly how hot it is. It's almost like it's pouring out hot lava. Okay, it's the next morning. It's about 7:30 a.m. It's about 77 degrees. Nice little breeze here. Perfect time to work on the hive. In about an hour, it'll be like 81. At lunchtime, it'll be 91. It'll get humid again, and we need to solve this problem. Being a beekeeper means that you have to watch your hive and make smart decisions to have a better quality of life for your bees. So as you move through the season, whatever you see happening, you need to fix problems and make decisions. So this is one perfect example today. Let's get that 3rd brood box going. First, I'll take a moment quick and clean out the bottom screen board. Now that that's clean, I'll put everything back together, and then we'll put our bottom brood box on. We'll pull out a couple frames and put some empty ones in, and then we'll load up our new brood box that'll go in the center. So I'll take my new brood box and I'll put some honey on the outside and keep the center open. 1, 2, 6, 9 frames in there. I'll take the 2 on the outside of each side off. Okay, all honey, that'll go on the outside of the middle box. Capped honey. And then we'll take those 4 empty frames and put them into the center of the bottom brood box, thus giving the queen a designated space to lay eggs. And that open space will match up with the middle of the new middle brood box, which will have the middle 5 frames open. so she can lay her eggs there, and that will have 2 honey frames on each side. And then I'll add the top brood box, which is mostly capped honey, on top of that. And then after that we'll put the queen excluder back on, and then add our top honey super, which they already started just beginning to draw out. And since they're already going up there, I want them to continue going up there to put their honey up there, and then the queen can have the bottom spaces free for her eggs. All right, here's the set of honey super action. They're building that out more. I'm going to keep that on. You can see they're building another one out there, so that's good. Right on track. Okay, we'll just put the top board on and then put the cap on and ratchet strap that together, and then we'll do the exact same with the other hive. Oh, that's heavy. Alright, same thing. I'll pull 4 frames out of the center here. And then all honey will go on the outsides of the middle one. Four empty frames in the middle. Spacing tool. It's hot out and humid. Well, let's do a recap here. I'll spin the camera on and we'll take a look at what we've got. Okay, there's about 50,000 mad bees right now, but they'll be happy in about an hour or so because they have more room in their box. So now we have 3 brood boxes tall on each hive. Like I said earlier, the first 2 brood boxes were honey bound, just chock full, and I need them to lay more eggs. So we gave them more room to lay eggs. We gave them 9 more frames to lay eggs. And we opened up the center cavity in the bottom brood box and the second brood box for egg laying. The top is all honey. And then since they're already going up into the supers through the queen excluders, I left those on. They can go up there as they see fit. No hurry. But in the meantime, this will force your bees to lay eggs in the center in the prime cluster spot on the bottom on both brood boxes. So the bees will be happy. They'll like that. It'll force them to thrive because they're living in a box and we need to help teach them what to do because it's not a natural place for them to live. Okay, time for me to get off site and get this suit off because these bees are steaming hot and steaming mad and the temperature is rising and the humidity is rising. Thanks for watching as always. Twin Cities Adventures out.